there we go. All right, so good morning and welcome to our booking training. I'm so glad you're here, and pat yourself on the back for investing in your business. We are all independent consultants and we drive our own, or what do I say, steer our own ship. So the more you learn, the more you earn. And really, without bookings, we don't have a business. So this is the most important part. So I hope you have something to write with, something to write on, and mind open, ears open. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And for those of you, if you have any background noise, go ahead and mute. So I know this is a little blurry, but I'm going to walk you through this. And this is a sales follow-up statistics, and we're going to be talking about follow-up today. So listen to this, and we're going to use bookings instead of sales. So I'm going to put in bookings instead of sales, but 2% of bookings, oh yeah, I am recording. 2% of bookings are made on the first contact. So Cheryl, I'm going to mute you because you have some background noise and I'm recording this. So let me go ahead and mute all. Okay, so you'll have to come off mute if you want to speak. Okay. So 2% of bookings are made on the first contact. So that means when you reach out to book parties and you have this big long list, let's say it's 100, only 2% of the people you reach out to are going to book a party from you. And this statistics just didn't pop up. This is, over years and years of data. So 3% of bookings are made on the second contact. So if you follow up, if they didn't reply, then you're going to increase your chances to book a party. 5% of bookings are made on the third contact. And here's where the gravy starts rolling in. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and 80% of your bookings, I keep saying sales, but of your bookings are made on the 5th to the 12th contact. Okay, so bookings, we can say, is not a one and done. Bookings is a process. So now here's the other part that might really open your eyes. 40% of consultants never follow up. So nearly half of the consultants, maybe the reason why you don't have bookings is because you never follow up. 25% of consultants follow up a second time. And only 12% of consultants make more than 3 contacts. So if you are wondering why there's only a few people that you know that have a lot of bookings, it's their contacting and follow-up system. And they're true to it. They don't veer from it. And it's just very systematic in their business. And then their business is systematic and their paycheck is very systematic. They're always there. They can count on it for those hard and fast payments like a car payment, a house payment, because they can count on that income coming in because they have a booking, a contact system, and a follow-up system. So we're going to talk about that today and how you can put it into your busy life in wash, rinse, repeat style. So let me go to my other screen here. And I'm going to show, whoopsie daisy, escape. So let me me find you guys. So I'm going to be flip-flopping between a couple of screens, so bear with me. All right. And I've got all kinds of stuff here. So I'm going to walk you through our contact and follow-up system in calendar form. And when you're in business, you know, you have to have a calendar, right? You got to know when you're going to do things and what you're going to do. Those two things. If you don't know when to do it and what to do, then you know you're kind of like a fit, just all over the place. And the time you've set aside to work on your Pampered Chef business just goes like that, and you didn't get anything accomplished. So I highly recommend that you have a calendar, whether it's paper calendar, Google Calendar, whatever calendar you use. I love Google Calendar. And this is not my Google Calendar, but this is just to show you, for me to walk you through this follow-up system. It's a training calendar, I call it, my training Google Calendar. So first of all, you have to set aside some time to make contacts. And with this contact system, I really believe that you can get a lot of work done in about 30 to 45 minutes. So when are you going to sneak those in, that time in? Are you going to do it early morning, noon, late night? Are you going to piece it out 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at noon, 15 minutes in the evening? But you get to decide when. I'm going to tell you what and how. So this 10 contact challenge that I have for you today is a challenge. And I challenge you to make 10 contacts for 5 days. Okay. 10 new contacts for 5 days. So who can do that? Who can promise their self that I can reach out to 10 new people 5 days in a row? Type in the chat if you are able to do that. Type in the chat. Are you able to commit to making 10 contacts 5 days in a row? And if you are, then let's move on. So this 10 contact system also has a follow-up. And I have broken it up by colors. So the lavender is one group of 10 people. Then the light green is a brand new, different people, 10 contacts. Then the light blue, then the orange, then the pink. That's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So let's see what this looks like. So today is Saturday. And I know the date's wrong, so never mind that. So today's Saturday, and you're going to sit down and you're going to contact 10 people and ask for a booking. And we'll talk about words and what to say in a little bit, but just get the system down. You're going to contact 10 people and ask for a booking. Out of those 10 people, you might hear from 1, 2, maybe 3. So 7 of them will not, here's 7, will not respond to you for whatever reason, right? They get busy. Their baby has their phone and opens up the message. And then by the time they get their message, it's way down deep and they never see it. Or whatever happens and they don't respond. Or they're thinking about it and they just don't respond. They're not sure if they want to say yes. They're not sure if they want to say no. Or maybe they don't want to do it and they're just too chicken to tell you, right? So who knows why they don't respond, but most of them are not going to respond. So we want to follow up the very next day. When we follow up the very next day for the people that don't respond, it tells them, number 1, you're serious about your business. Number 2, that, just let's leave it at number one, that it shows them that you're serious about your business. So you follow up with everybody that did not respond to you, yes, no, or you're having a conversation, the very next day. Hey, I don't know if you got my message, but I wanted to follow up. Um, so out of those people that you follow up with, there are going to be some that still don't get back to you. Same thing happens, they're just busy, or maybe they're still thinking about it. And now is the time that we start to spread out our engagement with them, or trying to engage with them. So we wait 2 days. So here's the purple. We're going to skip a day, 1, 2, and then we're going to follow up. There might be about 4 more people that didn't respond yet. And I'm going to give you the words. So don't worry, like, what do I say? Don't worry, we're going to get to that. Just getting you the system. And then after that, out of those 4, there's going to be a few more that don't respond to you. So now you're going to wait 3 days. 1, 2, 3. You're going to follow up with those last couple. And then there might be 1 or 2 that still didn't. You're going to wait 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're simply just going to ask, are you okay, at the end? But that is the follow-up system. So you start with 10. The ones that don't respond, you check with them the next day, and then you start to spread it out. Then you wait 2 days, then you wait 3 days, and then you wait 4 days. So this, as you do this, every single day will be also, in addition to following up with the ones that don't respond, you're going to add 10 more, 10 brand new contacts. So you can see today you have 10. Tomorrow you're going to follow up with maybe 7 or 8 from that first group, and then you have 10 brand new people. So you can see your biggest days are right about in the middle. You might have 2 from your purple group, maybe 7 from your blue group, and 10 new ones from your brand new orange group. So on a maximum day, 10, 17, 18, 19, maybe 20 people. So that's going to be your big day. That's going to be, about 30 to 45 minutes. And some of these other days might be less. So I highly recommend, as a brand new consultant, that you do set aside at least 45 minutes to an hour. And if you get through your contacts, then you go to Dash and you start learning in Dash the rest of the time, so that there's always a time you have dedicated to your Pampered Chef business. And it is the only way you're going to grow your business, okay, is by learning and then doing. So does anybody have a question about this system? I'll check the chat. That is a tall order, but I can do it. Okay, Dana. I can try. I'm not sure I have that many contacts. Okay, that's all right. We're going to talk about that too. Cheryl has a yes, I can. And Georgina says me. All right, who else do we have? Maria says yes. Valerie says follow up is huge. Okay, I get interrupted a lot with your wife and your 4-month-old puppy. I know those puppy days. Okay, awesome. All right. All right, so it looks like most and we got an I can try. All right. So let's give it our all. I really, after doing this and after working with new consultants every single day, I know that you can do this. I know you can do this. 5 days and 10 contacts a day. I know you can do this. Okay, so now let's take a look on how to do this. Now that you've got the system down, you got your calendar, you're thinking about your calendar, right? Let's take a look at how this looks. So am I sharing my screen? No. Okay. Okay, here it is. All right. So you want something, not only a calendar that tells you, okay, I'm on 10 contacts and then this ones and these ones, but you want something to write on, something to write. And so I will post this tracker and you can print it and fill it out, or you can save a copy when you get it. It's in Google Sheets. So when you get it, all you have to do is go to File and save a copy. And when you save a copy, now this is your document. You can change it, you can type in it, and all of that. But when you get it, you're not going to be able to manipulate it at all. So the first thing you want to do is start filling out who you're going to contact. So we have, whoopsie daisy, over here, batch 1, here's 1 through 10. Batch 2, 1 through 10. Batch 3, 1 through 10. Batch 4. And I think this goes down 10 days. I'm challenging you to do 5 days. For those of you go-getters, keep going. Or if you like the system, it's, I know it's going to give you bookings. So maybe you just keep going, or maybe you want to double it to 20 contacts, depending how ambitious you are and how quickly you want your business to just take off. So the first thing you're going to do is get your names down here, at least 50. So you're going to get your names before the day even comes up. Where are you going to get these names? I want you to broaden your circles, okay? So let's think of the Frank list. And the Frank list is Frank. F is friends, R is relatives, A is associates or acquaintances, N are neighbors, and K is from your kids or spouse. So you want at least 2 from each category on each day. So start with batch 1, and for number 1 and number 2, the name, think of your friends. And these could be your close friends, your college friends, your old friends, your new friends that maybe you've made. Maybe you're in a new group, a gardening group, or a dog walking club, or a mom's club. What new friends have you made? So think of 2. And for every day, write them down. They might not all come to you at once, but as maybe this afternoon, you'll think of somebody, write them down. And your question to yourself isn't if they'll book a party or not. You just want to brainstorm. Okay, this is brainstorming, and write them down. They get to decide if they want to book a party or not us. So then you're going to go F, and then you're going to go R, your relatives. This could be your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, your in-laws, your outlaws, and 2 for every single day. So that's 10 of those, and you put 2 on every single day. FRA, your acquaintances, and this is my very favorite group. Acquaintances will get you out of your circle of family and friends faster than anybody else. So it is just those people that we see once in a while. Acquaintances like, maybe your hairdresser, the lady that, checks you in when you go to the gym. Maybe it's the grocery, when you're checking out of the grocery store line. I have a favorite checker if I'm not doing self-checkout. All of those acquaintances that you kind of know, you don't know. And yeah, we're going to ask you to step out of your comfort zone. Take a catalog with you and ask. So your acquaintances, if anybody else has acquaintances, type in the chat. Okay, FRAN is neighbors. The neighbor across the street, the neighbor on the side of you, your old neighborhood, your childhood neighborhood, any of those people that are neighbors, and just let your mind think. Write 2 of those down for every day. A, B, C, D, E, what are my FRANNK, your kids or your spouse. So now you're going to think your kids or your spouse, like, what are my kids, the soccer moms that I hang out with? If I'm in 4-H, what are the other 4-H moms? Your spouse, their coworkers, people you guys go to dinner with a lot, or hang out with, those. So you're going to get 2 of those. And then there's all other kinds. They don't have to all be that. Use your contacts in your phone, use your Facebook friends list, but you want to fill this out right away, your 50 contacts, so that when you get to the time and day that you're going to work on this, you're not spending the whole day thinking of people who to ask. They're already there. Okay, they're already there and you're ready to get to work. So everybody with me so far, type in the chat, yes, no, questions. Okay, so, oops. All right, good. Ashley, Cheryl, Georgina, got it. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Sometimes when I can't see everybody's face, everybody's on no video, it's hard for me to see if people are following along. Yes, Maria, you are going to get a copy of this. And like I said, I'm going to send you a copy. You can print it and write it out, or it's in Google Docs. So when I send it to you, you're simply going to go to File up here like this, and you're going to click Make a Copy. And when you make a copy, then that document becomes yours, and you can then edit it, you can type in it, and you can do whatever you want. But when I send it to you, you won't be able to change anything or type on this because it's my document. So you have to make a copy of it, and then it becomes yours. All right. All right, so now that we got our contacts, we're going to fill in the date. So you're going to do these dates right in a row. So Saturday, if you're going to start today, Sunday, if you're going to start tomorrow. I wouldn't start any other time. I mean, go ahead and get started with this either today or tomorrow. Put the date. So this would be Saturday, this would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Put in here how you know this person. Are they your neighbor? Are they just your brand new Facebook friend? And then when you ask them, here is the outreach, what you're going to say. You're simply going to say, hey, Jenny, I don't know if you saw, but I just started my very own Pampered Chef business. I'm incredibly excited. I signed up to whatever you signed up for, so I could stay home with my kids, so I could pay off my car, so I could redo my bathroom, get a swing set for my kids, whatever it is. uh Dance lessons, stock my kitchen free. I'm looking for a few friends to help me jumpstart my business by hosting a fun virtual party. I've got a spot on, and you're going to pick the Thursday that you need filled. Pick the very first Thursday you need filled. So today is the 17th. Maybe it's the 22nd. Maybe it's the 29th. We have 2 more Thursdays to take advantage of to get sales in this month for your paycheck on May 7th. I don't know about you, but I'm always paycheck driven. So when I start to think of what my paycheck is going to look like, what I want it to look like on May 7th, it really then takes I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm not sure if I want to do this. I don't know. It starts changing things up like, okay, I'm going to do this because I have big plans for this summer. I want to do XYZ. So there's your first outreach, and then you're going to put what they said. If they say no, if they say I can't do it right now, or if they say yes, you're going to put the date they booked. And then, like I said, you're going to have a lot down here that simply do not reply. We know that going in, that every person from that first slide I showed you is not going to reply because they're busy, they're thinking about it, or they don't want to do it. And don't assume that everybody doesn't want to do that. That is far from truth. All right, so then the next day you put the date here. So if you do these all today, then this is going to be Sunday's date, the 18th. And here is what you follow up with the people that do not respond to you. Hey there, I know this is a crazy time and you probably got busy yesterday, so I wanted to check back to see if you're interested in hosting an online party. I am really excited about all the awesome products and recipes. What do you say? And from those, you're going to get some yeses, some nos, and some are not going to respond. And really, when I'm going through this, I kind of get some satisfaction is when they say no, and I can cross them off my list and move on, right? I really do get satisfaction. Like, okay, we're done. We're talking about something else, and I can move on with the people that do want to book a party. So cross them off if they're a no. But we're going to talk about how to handle a no and overcoming some objections. So now day 2. So this was Sunday right here. This was the 18th. And then this is going to be the 20th. So this is going to be Tuesday. So on here, on Tuesday, you're going to have a few more down here or wherever that didn't respond. And here's your message. Hey, Jenny, I'm guessing you're like me. And when I remember to respond, it's in the middle of the night, LOL. No worries, I get it. But I do want to follow up to see if we can do a fun, super easy online party. These are the dates I have available. Will one work? Then I might throw 2 dates out. Because people like choices. You know, if you say, can you do it on this date? And they're like, that day I'm getting my COVID test or whatever it is, and like maybe they can't do it. So, but then if you throw out 2 days now and they have a choice, it softens it up a little. So again, you're going to either book their party, you're going to cross them off because they're a no, or they're still going to be blank because they did not respond. Then you're going to wait 3 days. And let me see if I can scoot this over so we can see. There we go. Okay, so you're going to wait 3 days. So now this, the 20th, 1, 2, 3, this is the 23rd. So this is Friday the 23rd. You probably have maybe 3 or 4 people here. And you say, hi, Jenny, one last time because I'm serious about my Pampered Chef business and I haven't heard back from you. So I wanted to check again. Most of the time, I find people think there's a lot to do and it might be too much, but it's so simple. You invite the guest and I do the rest mostly. I have these 2 dates. Would you be willing? And you throw them out 2 dates and ask, would you be willing? And they're going to respond. And then the 1 or 2 that just never responds, you wait 4 days. So 1, 2, 3, this will be on the 27th. You're going to say, hey, Jenny, is everything okay? Are you okay? And either they're going to just say, oh my gosh, you won't believe it. I'm so sorry I haven't gotten back to you. Or yes, I've been so busy though, and sure, I'd love to have a party, or they're not going to respond, and then that's, you can stop there, or you can just say, I'll catch you another time, or something. But that is the follow-up system. And what I know after doing this years myself and from the other consultants that are on board with this, the magic happens right here, either your second or this third message. This is where people that have not responded, they're like, sure, I'll do a party. I would love to help you. And they come out with these responses that you're not expecting. We're expecting them to say, no, stop bothering me, right? That's how we feel. But in matter of fact, that's not what happens. That's not what happens. They're like, okay, like it's the first time you've ever mentioned it. So for those of you that have used this follow-up system, can you put in the chat like where you're finding your success or what it's been like for you? So this follow-up system is not something that you're going to say you're going to do the rest of your life, okay? This is the system that you want to get your calendar full with bookings. And when your calendar is full with bookings, at least 4 to 6 weeks out, then you're going to rely on your parties to get your bookings. So this is not a forever thing. This is a thing that you do to get your calendar where you want it, or if you want to increase your calendar. Let's say you're like, man, I got this 4 shows a week down. It's great. I want to try to increase to 6 shows a week. Then you're going to use your parties to continue doing 4 shows a week. You're going to use this system to bump it up to 6 shows a week. So it's either when you don't have bookings on your calendar or you want to increase the number of parties you do every single week. Okay. And then you go to this. And it's kind of like, you say, wow, I could do that 5 days. I could commit to that 5 days, or I could commit to that 10 days and know it's going to get you to where you want to be. So am I making sense so far? Cheryl says yes.
Can you touch a little bit on the fact that when people see this, they feel like they're going to bug people? So then they're hesitant to keep going?
Go ahead, Jenny. Take it away.
I say trust the wording, because the way it's written out isn't in a way that you are pestering someone. If you look at it as, I'm just bringing the message back to the top of their message box, it's not bugging them. It's just like, hey, don't forget me. Hey, I'm here. I know you got busy or got buried. And kind of putting that fear aside, like Rocky was saying, we're projecting our feelings that we feel like we're bugging them, and they are just busy people and they just need reminders. So don't be afraid to do the 3, 4, 5 contacts.
Yeah. And we do. I know for me, I want to help people. And I am busy too. And the ones that are persistent, whether I'm doing a nail party or a Norwex party or something like that, I will book with them. It's kind of like the little kid on the sitting outside that's on the lemonade stand. And you don't want lemonade, but gosh dang it, you're like, he's a go-getter and I want to support that. And I would love to, stop or turn around, make a U-turn and go visit his lemonade stand. It could be the bitterest lemonade, whatever, but you're going to give them kudos. And I think people want to work with people like that. They see people trying to make a difference in their life. They see you hustling. They see you at it and excited about what you have to offer. And they want to help you along with that, or they're excited to get free. But really, there's more on the good side than the negative side that we tell ourselves, for sure. Absolutely. Because I've been doing follow-up for a long time, and we are always gracious, we're always appreciative, and we're most important, always passionate about what we're doing. And so you're always going to have customers and you're still going to have a lot of friends. Okay. I promise, I wouldn't be here. Jenny wouldn't be here if we were doing this system and we were bugging people. I wouldn't have a business, right? I wouldn't do this. The other thing you have to know is, what do you have to offer? How well do you know our host rewards program? How well do you know what is the 60% off special? Because people, you can add a little bit of that too. You're going to copy and paste, of course, but also know, what do you have to offer? So our average party, if you're brand new, our average party and our average host gets about $100 in free products. Our average party sales is right around $500. And at a $500 party, let me see. Hold on. Oh, I think I could get it here from Finder. Let me see if I can pull this up for you. You should be very familiar. Downloads.
$500 is $75 in free products.
Okay. Okay, so this is a flyer that we have. It also is in marketing imagery as a post. And it is also, this is the back of the catalog. So everybody has a catalog, and you should have a catalog on your desk so you can flip through and, look at products, see warranties, all the information. And this is right on the back to the host rewards. So $500, between $500 and $600, it's 75 to 115. So you can say our average host gets about $100 in free products. So it's going to be right in there. Also, they're going to get 3 products half price. It could be anything, and 10% off of every other thing that they want. There's also going to be a 60% off product or choice of products every single month. What's great about April is that it's anything. They get 60% off of anything. And this is probably the second most lucrative bonus that we offer. The other one is double host credit. And we haven't heard about that, but I'm thinking it might be June. So does anybody know what next month is? Anybody really up on their host rewards and know what May is?
60% off stoneware.
60% off stoneware next month. Is that all stoneware? That's the only thing?
And then when it hits $650, the 60% off the grill.
So helping you get your party average up to $650 with the grill. So check this out, have it up so you can see it, because there's a whole bunch of information right on the back of this, right on the back of this. All right, so now what do we do with people that, of course, people that say yes, we are going to book those parties, right? We're going to get a date, no problem. Everybody knows how to do that, right? Go ahead and set the date. When they say yes, you set that date and you have a booking. What about the people that say, oh, I can't because, I'm really busy, or I'm having surgery, or my daughter is involved in a lot of things. What about those people? So we can a lot of times overcome the objection, and we use what's called the feel. My kids say I say that weird, but I don't know, feel. Now I'm going to confuse myself on how to say it. FEEL, feel, felt, found. Okay. So, number one, we want to acknowledge their feelings on how they feel, because it might be trivial to us. We know that this is an online party and they don't have to babysit it. But we want to understand where they're coming from. So we want to acknowledge, I totally get it. I completely understand. Thank you for sharing that with me. Um, so something like that, to why they can't have a party. And then, so that's, I understand how you feel. I've had other hosts that have felt that same way, or when I hosted a party, I felt that way also. What I found is, and then you can tell them, give them some way to overcome whatever their objection is. So maybe they're saying, oh my gosh, I would have a party, but I've already been to 10 of them. I just don't think my friends would come to my party or buy anything. And I would say, oh, I thank you for sharing that with me. I totally get it. Pampered Chef is booming right now, and we can hardly keep up. But what I have found, and I've had people tell me that too, but what I have found is that not everybody can get all the products they want from one party. And matter of fact, they always, and myself included, say, you know what, I'm going to get that cookie press at this party. And then at the next party, I'm going to get the brownie pan. Whenever somebody else has a party, the next thing I'm going to get is this. And they kind of space them out. So, how about if we go ahead and try it, and then we ask everybody to bring a friend? So, just in case they can't buy, maybe their friend can buy. But maybe something like that. Not everybody can get everything at one party. How many of you have been to a party and said, oh, at the next party, I'm going to get that? Whatever kind of party it is, whether it's Norwex or something else, oh, I'm going to get that one the next time. Anybody do that here? Am I the only one? Maria's at a yes. Oh, Maria's like, yeah, the next one, yeah, I'm gonna get that full, skincare system at the next party. Right now, I'm just gonna get this. And at the next party, then I'm gonna get that earrings and ring, or whatever kind of party you're at. So but I will also post overcoming objections, so you can have those and some of the most common objections. And then you can use that, when you get some objection, go ahead and use those words, copy, paste them. Or the other thing you can do is simply screenshot and send it to your director and say, oh my gosh, she didn't say no. This is what she said. So, how to handle a no. There's several ways that you can handle a no. And one of them that we always do is check with them. Is that a no, not now, or a no, not ever? Because maybe they just might be in a crazy time, their daughter's getting married or whatever. And now is not a good time, but they'll say, oh yeah, maybe next month is better. And you're like, okay, I'll take it. So remember, you can ask, is that a no, not now, or a no, not ever? And then hold on one second, because my friend Becky Yan gave me a really good thing that I was like, I am all over it. So yesterday, Becca Yan, she's a national executive director, was sharing what she says when she gets a no. And she says, no problem. Might I ask you why you're not, hold on, I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and copy this because my words are cut off. Hold on. No hashtag. I typed it in my replacement text, but now I can only see some of it. So let me pretend I'm using it. Hashtag no. Okay, so she says, no problem. Might I ask why you're not interested right now? And she just asked that, just light, sweet. Might I ask why you're not interested right now? And they might say, oh, because, I'm ready to give birth. I am, and I'm not feeling well. I don't know, whatever, we're going on vacation. I'm planning my daughter's 18th birthday, whatever it is. And then you have something to go, oh, I completely understand. And then you can give them some options. How about, next month? Or what do you think about waiting a couple months and giving it a try? So is that a no, not right now? Or no problem. Might I ask why you're not interested right now? And then they're going to tell you, and you have something to go by. Um, if somebody does want to do something a little later, go ahead and book that show. Offer them the first Thursday of when. So if later is like, you know what, Rocky, I can't do it right now, but how about later this summer? All right. How about July? Great. And then you pick the first Thursday in July and you offer them that date and go ahead and get their name, their address, their phone number, their email. You put them in Consultant's Corner. You want to refrain from, okay, I'll call you back in July. And they're like, okay. And then, we get busy ourselves. Who was I supposed to call back in July? I can't remember. Where did I put her phone number? We're not Facebook friends. I can't get a hold of her. Just go ahead and take care of business and then say, I'll get back with you, since all of their information is in there. And when you use our host coaching, you'll be able to follow up. All right, so Q&A time. This is booking outside of the party. So do this 5 days in a row with follow-up before next Saturday. And then next Saturday, we're going to talk about bookings from the party. So now you have parties going. Now, how do you take advantage of your parties to get more bookings? And that's what we're going to talk about next Saturday. For some of you that have been through boot camp, you've been through my new consultant training, and you're like, okay, I don't have a lot of tricks or quirky things or kind of one-time offers for bookings. This follow-up system is just like your bread and butter. It's the thing that's going to work every single time. And you might get little tricks here and there for bookings that you can do every once in a while, but this is solid. This is solid. It's basic. There's no, smoke and mirrors to it. It's honest, and it's work. It is work, okay? And if you're not afraid of work, if you're thinking more about what you get than what you have to do, you're going to be excited about it. Okay, so questions? Going once, going twice, going.
I have a question, Rocky.
Awesome, good.
So for those of us who are following your rolling down the mountain method, do we, for booking purposes, skip the, peak of the mountain, or should we go ahead and keep asking for those recruits first?
Where are you doing this, rolling down the mountain?
I usually do it for my party guests.
For your party guests. I would continue doing that with your party guests. This is outside of a party. This is outside of a party. You have no parties, or you want to add parties to your calendar. If you're doing, I know, and that we'll talk about that. That's booking from a party. So
Okay.
we'll talk about that next week, but absolutely do that. I love that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, anybody else questions? Okay, give me some ahas. What'd you learn today? What are you excited about doing? How about we start with you, Georgina? Are you still with us, Georgina? Okay, we'll come back to you. How about you, Maria?
I think understanding that I'm not going to be pestering people, because I think that's my number one thing, that I'm always thinking what they're, oh my God, here she is again. I already said no, or I looked at the message, but I didn't pay attention to it. So I think it's just moving from that and thinking about the benefits I'm going to give them instead of that it's actually pestering them. I think that's important for me. Very
Good,
important.
good. And also think about your Frank's list, your list that you get, because there's probably you're gonna think of some people that maybe you haven't contacted before, or that you can bring Pampered Chef to. So awesome. All right. How about you, Dana?
I need to familiarize myself better on what the host rewards are. I had no idea that May had those host rewards. So I need to look at that. And that's all where I find that is in marketing imagery. Is that the best place to find it?
It is in marketing imagery, but let me show you guys something. So I have really been saying get to Dash to my new consultants. Before I used to teach everything, but I'm going through Dash myself. So I want to show you something. Let's see here. Here we go. Consultant. So I'm on Consultants Corner. Oh, let me see, stop share. Share. Okay, there we go. I've got so many boxes on I can't even see how to sign in. Oh, here we go, sign in.
Do you know which day, Rocky, that those are posted for like the month ahead?
No, I think it's we have 2 months ahead, don't we?
Yeah, I was thinking it was towards the beginning, like of the new month. So like in May, towards the beginning, they'll post June so you can start booking out.
Yeah, but when you book a party, so here's your party, right? Here's where you're going to edit their stuff. You guys are all familiar with this screen in your party where you get the links and stuff. So up here, you have this little thing called host coaching. And when you click on it, it gives you a host coaching checklist, what to do, a message that you can send, and you can send it via text or email. Here's the message. Here's to send it. And here is all the host materials. There's an outside order form, the current guest special, the May host offer, the April host offer, April, May, everything for April and May, it looks like, since this party is in April. So you know what's current, what's coming up. And here's the host party rewards, but there's all of these right there in your party that you've created. You just go to the host coaching tab. Here's some things some thank you pictures, some things you can have your host post, all right here. So you simply just go to your party when you set it, as you're setting it up, and it'll help you guide your host. It's all right here. And you can find the training on this in Dash, but you can have a checklist. Like, did you confirm the start and end dates for the party? I did that, and now it's gone. Did you send them a host packet? It shows you how to do it virtually. Yep, I did that. It's gone. Did you give her? It's gone. It's gone. So I did all that for my party prep, and it'll take it off. Here's your to-do list. You can go back to, but I would play around with this and get familiar with it. So if you have not created a party, then you can go to marketing imagery. And I just type in the month. So if I want to know the May host specials, I just type in May or what's going on in May. Not only is going to give you your guest specials, your host specials, but look at, for us, we're going to be earning the new fall products free in May and June. So we get to see what's going on for us as consultants too. Our help with cancer is going on in May. And so just type in the month in marketing imagery and you'll see what's going on that month. Okay. That was a good question, Dana. And it is, you do want to know exactly what you have to offer. We have so much to offer. All right. Who else has aha? Let's see. How about you, Cheryl? I seen you taking notes. I might have muted you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote it in the chat. I don't know if you saw that.
Okay, I do see it now. Cheryl says, I'm excited to know that I'm not bothering anyone, and I'm excited to use the Franks list. I need to learn about the host rewards as well as setting aside time for Pampered Chef. And this is one for me to branch out of my anxiety to bothering people. Yeah, sometimes I type it and I'm like, send really fast because we can talk ourselves out of a lot of things. And I wouldn't have you do anything that I haven't done or haven't trained a lot of people to do. All right. How about you, Nicole? Well, you're coming off mute. Ashley says, I'm going to get over my anxiety and just reach out to people, even though I've gotten rude responses in the past. So we are always gracious, okay? Sometimes we just don't know. People might have a rotten day, and their response is just not in response to us, just, things aren't going well, and they might snap back. So you can just say, thank you. I appreciate you getting back to me, and then move on. Just shake it off and go on. And that's not the person we're looking for right now anyway, right? You don't want to do business with somebody that's not very happy at the moment, right? And go on, because there are for every one of the grouchies, there's oodles that are excited to work with you and waiting. Georgina, I'm going to tell them about the rewards now that I know where to find it. Awesome. So good. And remember, the ask is important. The rewards and sharing, like, oh my gosh, this is coming up. Keep those on your VIP group, and you can tell them too, but remember to get the ask in. Okay. Anybody else? I see. All right. Well, we are about an hour, and we got next week. So I can't wait to hear about your bookings and how they're coming along. And I will post in my Pampered People and in my personal team the tracker and the overcoming objection words. If you have any questions, just reach out. All right. All right, guys, have a great weekend and we'll see you next week, same time, same place, same link. And we're going to learn how to book from the party.
Thanks, Rocky.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.